Welcome to the Jeremy Hill live stream. And as I always say, if you are easily triggered, if you are a weakling, if you have a soft bleeding heart, leave this program because this show is not for you. You're going to get brutal honesty and truth at this show. Now, I'm going to explain why black men are tired of black women, because there's things out there that turns us off, the behavior, the attitudes, and the self-centeredness. So, gentlemen, I want you to pay attention to the video and look at the condition of the modern day black woman.
Give me one margarita, I'ma open my legs. Give me two margaritas, I'ma give you some head. Give me three margaritas, I'ma put it in my puss. Give me four margaritas, I'ma put it in my tush. Give me five margaritas, I'ma get some fun. Give me five margaritas.
Okay, gentlemen, there's absolutely is no shame among our black women, and those women had to be of age to be drinking margaritas. They are inside of a public place displaying whoredom, proud to act like a whore, proud to be hypersexualized. And you wonder why these women are consistently complaining about there not being any good men. There are plenty of good men. The problem is the way that you ladies are acting. You are turning us all the way off. Now, what I'm going to do next is show you another video of how women perceive their parts of the relationship, what they should bring to the table, what their contributions are.
What do you bring to the table for a man? I don't bring shit, not a damn thing. A chair. I pull up a chair.
Yeah, that chair is because you want to indulge on the benefits of having a good man. So she just brings a chair. She just brings herself. That's another way of saying is, I'm pretty, I'm fine. That's all I need to bring to the table. That's not true.
No, the fuck? What is a table? What do you mean bring what to the table? Women are not meant to bring stuff to the table. Women are naturally the table.
See, this is that Steve Harvey bullshit. And she's a young lady. See, I agree. I believe, not agree with her, but I believe she really don't know what the table is. So let me break it down. The table is stability. The table is consistency. The table is being able to put a roof over your head to provide for you and to supposedly honor you as a wife. But your behavior is not of a wife. And you got Steve Harvey telling these little helpers right here that all they got to bring is themselves. And this is a real attitude that she got. This is a real mindset. She really believes that she is the table. So I bet you she's going to have hell in relationships or she would never be married.
We are literally naturally the table. Who's going to wash your dirty ass drawers? Who's going to cook your food? Who's going to wash the dishes? Who's going to take care of your badass kids?
Okay. Men have been washing their own clothes and cooking for themselves for years. So like basically what you're saying is nothing that a man can't do. And 9 times out of 10, you're talking about taking care of your kids. Most of the time women have the children. It don't really be the men. It be the women with the 4 or 5 bad kids, different bastard kids from different men. That ain't us. It's mostly you women. Get it right.
Who's going to make sure your house is a home? The woman. What do you bring to the table? That's the problem. Men expect for women to prove themselves in this 2023 era. See,
now that's confusing. She said, who's going to make your house a home? And then turn around and ask, what do you bring to the table? Apparently that's his house. What did you bring to come into his house if you're going to cohabitate with the dude? This is retarded.
I'm from an era where my grandma used to beat my grandpa up if his ass didn't bring that motherfucker check home every Friday. No bullshit. No bullshit.
Okay. Her grandmother had a weak man. The granddaddy had to be a weak beta male man. See, this is where these women are getting this masculinity from. They get a lot of this masculinity from seeing examples like that. They see a lot of examples from other women. Their mothers might be like this. Their grandmothers might be like this. These women are all over the place with this BS. Now, I wouldn't believe anything she said, but it is a possibility that grandmother had a weak man. It is a very strong possibility. Let's go to the next video.
I cheated a lot of times. So, you know.
I'm glad you admitted that. Because people act like they fucking never did nothing in their life.
Oh, no, I'm going to tell the truth. I cheat.
Why? What are the circumstances that make you feel like I'm about to cheat?
When I feel like it gets boring.
She cheats like a lot of other women do when they get bored. I have messed with women in my lifetime that was married, had good husbands, come from a good household, cheat because the husband is bored. I mean, the woman is boring. I mean, bored of the husband, excuse me. So let me ask you something. When you get these things, you're always complaining that a man is not consistent. Consistency is boring. Okay? So I don't understand why you are so entitled, But I do understand why men do not want to deal with you. Get your passports.
Would you feel like you're bored or you feel like he's bored?
I'm bored. He be loving me. Like, I don't want to keep fucking in the bed. Like, fuck me on the counter, fuck me on the floor, fuck me in the bathroom, fuck me in the refrigerator if you can. But, you know what I'm saying? That's a part that, like, gets boring. Like, it's the same positions all the time, the same thing. You know, you're saying the same things all the time. Like,
Okay, now, this was amazing to me when it comes to women. Very amazing to me. You women complain about the same sexual positions. Y'all do the same sex, whatever it is, over and over again. That's repetition, right? But you know what else gets boring to the man while you're complaining about doing the same sexual positions over and over again? What gets boring is the mortgage that he pays every month. He got to pay that every month of the year, or rent. He got to pay the car note and the truck note every month over and over again. The same thing that you're bored about, something being done over and over again, being repetitious. You got to pay the light bill, the water bill, the gas bill, put groceries in the house every month. You don't think that shit get boring to men? You don't think men want to say, hey, I want to get tired of doing stuff like an adult. I want to just live off a woman, let you do some of this stuff. You don't think men get tired of doing the same shit when it comes to providing and protecting you? You don't think men get tired of trying to put clothes on your children that may not even be his? You don't think he gets tired of trying to make sure you happy, putting up with your attitude because it's consistent and it's repetition? Don't you think he get tired? Because a man can get to a point where he can predict your behavior too, by how you're going to act. You don't think he get tired of that?
Something different, you know, but like when soon as you do something that's supposed to be like out of the norm, they're like, oh, you're not supposed to do that. You're a lady. Yeah. You're supposed to be a lady, or you're a hoe, or you're this. Yeah. No, I'm human. Like, if I'm not happy, I know somebody gonna say, well, if you're not happy, why you stay?
It's complicated.
Sometimes it's complicated.
It ain't nothing complicated about that shit. I hate when women say stuff like that. Ain't nothing complicated about why you staying. You staying because it's comfortable, financially comfortable. You're staying there because there's benefits there. It's a rewarding lifestyle. This man has put you up in a whole lot of different things. You probably got a new house, car, or he help you with your bills, and you're living with him. There's a lot of things why you're not trying to leave him. Ain't no such thing as being complicated. You are just selfish as hell. That's what that is. You know what I mean? Talking about when you step outside the box, you want something different. You're tired of the same old norm. Okay, let's switch it up in a man's position. We're tired of the same old norm. Why don't you get your ass out there and you pay the mortgage? Why don't you pay the light bills? Why don't you be the provider sometime? Because it's boring for us. We got to keep doing this all the time. 365, 24/7 out the year. So why don't you do that? You ain't nothing more but a gold digging whore. That's all you are. Let's get to the next one.
After all the bad boys that I dated, I thought, you know what? Let me just date the good guy. And that didn't work out because I felt like superior to him.
There was no sexual polarity.
It just didn't work out because I felt like I was the boss. I felt
did you find yourself snapping on him and getting a little bit more disrespectful than you normally would?
Very.
That's typically what happens.
Yeah. And I did things to him that I wouldn't do to KD. And it's unfortunate because he's a good guy. He didn't do anything to me.
Women, that level of disrespect to come out. It'll just...
If they sense that, it's like y'all are wolves. Like if y'all sense that weakness,
they gonna go crazy.
Y'all sense that weakness on the nigga.
The problem is that he didn't put me in my place when he should have, whenever that was supposed to happen. At some point in our relationship, he didn't put me in my place as the woman, as his woman, and he didn't show me that he can lead. So I felt like I was leading the entire household when it's really supposed to be him. After all the bad boys.
Okay. Let me fix this. Let me say this, man. You see, that's deflection. If you're with a woman that you have to put in her place, she's not a mature woman. No man has to put a woman in her place if she knows what her place is. This is just a difficult, disagreeable woman. This is just a woman who wants her way. This is a woman who like chaos, who have had many bad relationships. Because you listen to her, she said he was a good guy and the rest of the guys were bad boys. This is the type of woman that creates toxic atmospheres in relationships. Do you understand what I'm saying? There is absolutely no reason for any man to have to check a woman's behavior. They have no business checking our behavior. But most times you don't have to check a man because a man is going to be a man and do what a man is supposed to do. A lot of you women are just users. Okay? Why waste a man's time? Why disrespect the man? And I'm going to tell you something. The brother was wrong when he said that the good man was showing weakness by being a good man. It is not weakness being on your grind. It is not weakness being mature. It is not it is not weakness just wanting peace, wanting to have a woman that's going to be there for you. That's not weakness. Anytime a woman is pushing you to do something like that negative, where you got to consistently put her in a place, that ain't the one for you. That woman is stuck in a mindset of drama. And all you ever going to get from these type of women is heartache and pain. And you're going to spend all this money. Excuse me, I got a cough drop. You're going to have all these issues with these loudmouth heifers. Now, before I end this, some of you have emailed me and also hit me up in the comments and said you're not getting notifications of my content. According to YouTube, you have to go on your smartphone and enable YouTube app. It is not enough to be on a computer or whatever you own and just hit the subscribe button and the bell button. You got to make sure in your smartphone that you have the YouTube app enabled, and then you make sure that you have the notifications set to ding or whatever it may be when my new shows come up. So you hit the bell button and you also hit the subscribe button and you make sure your YouTube enabled on your smartphone. You got to go in your settings now for that. You got to go into your settings to do that. Okay. If you have any questions about that, go on YouTube and you'll be able to get more instructions. I typed up something like why my subscribers aren't getting my notifications, and you'll pull up a whole bunch of videos and they'll show you what you need to do. All right, till next time, ladies and gentlemen, see you next time.